No limit gaming.
What's up YouTube, Team709 here on the No Limit YouTube channel page for a deck profile for you guys this week. This week we will be covering ninjas, or Samorg Lockdown, whatever you want to really call it. It kind of has two locks in the deck that are kind of hilarious and have been in the game for quite some time now. The Samorg lock and the White Dragon lock. White Dragon lock consists of White Dragon Ninja and Safe Zone, while Dark Samorg basically comes with anti-spell fragrance, preventing your opponent from playing any cards on the field face down at all, including spells. They won't be able to just straight up activate them. And then Safe Zone and White Dragon Ninja protects your Safe Zone as well as any of your other back row, and Safe Zone protects the White Dragon Ninja, which are both kind of locks in the game that have been here for quite some time. Either way, this is the deck I built some time ago. It recently got updated because of Rotogun 2, so obviously I wanted to make some adjustments to it and see if I couldn't make it still play as well as it did for me whenever I originally built it. So yeah, before I get any further into this, if you guys have a deck that you want to get fixed, be sure to message it here on the No Limit YouTube channel by going to the channel page, going to the About section, and clicking Send Message. You can put it out in like a typed up form, or you can send it in a Dropbox like thing. You can send it through that, and as long as it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or Dev profile, it's fine. So those are things that you can do. Just kind of wanted to get that out of the way. So yeah, let's just get into the monsters and like just into the build, and then we'll get into like some of the reasons behind some of the cards. So starting off with the monsters, we have 3 White Dragon Ninja, 3 Dark Samorg, 3 Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo, and 3 Upstart Golden Ninja. Spells, we have 2 Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Dark Hole, 2 Pot of Duality, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, and 2 Mausoleum of the Emperor. Traps, we have 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Torrential Tribute, 2 Dimensional Prison, 2 Breakthrough Skill, 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, 3 Safe Zones, 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance, 2 Ninjutsu Art of Transformation, 2 Ninjutsu Art of Super Transformation, and 1 Solemn Warning. Extra deck, we have 1 Mecha Fan of East Dracosac, 1 number 11 Big Eye, 1 number 85 Crazy Box, 1 Constellar Omega, 1 Blade Armor Ninja, 1 Black Ship of Corn, 2 Silent Honor Arc, 1 Heroic Champion Excalibur, 1 Castel the Sky Blaster Musketeer, 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Star Leech Battle Dynamo, 1 Evil Swarm Excite Knight, 1 Abyss Dweller, and 1 Gaga Cowboy. So the first thing I want to explain is these two. We're playing 3s, and I know a lot of people really don't like that because they think it'll clog in your hand or whatever. Sometimes, yes, I do get multiple copies, but that's part of the reason why we're playing this card. Mausoleum of the Emperor allows you to just instantly summon these things for basically no cost. I mean, you're paying 2,000 life points per, but I mean, we're not playing Soul Charge, and we're playing just 1 warning, so we're not playing like hefty costs on life points here. So I mean, being able to just summon White Dragon Ninja and instantly protect all of your back row is really nice. You could be backing it up with a Vanity's Emptiness, stuff like that. Not to mention that having the Mausoleum allows you to still summon these if you happen to have Vanity's Emptiness active, because obviously then it's just a normal summon rather than being special summoned off of the transformation cards. So that's something to kind of keep in mind as well. Another thing that is really cool about playing the Mausoleum is you can play Vanity's Fiend and Majesty's Fiend in the side deck. Probably one of each, of course. But being able to use both of them, they don't affect your Samorg or your White Dragon Ninja in any way because they do not activate their effects. So Majesty's Fiend will not really affect them. And Vanity's Fiend is basically the same thing as Vanity's Emptiness, and it's like 1,000 life points off of Mausoleum of the Emperor, assuming that you don't, for whatever reason, have a reason or a way of attributing one of these two, or hell, even one of these two if you really wanted to. Not that I normally ever would, but just kind of throwing an example out there, of course. Now, another reason why I like having the 3 Samorg especially is because if I happen to have a way of getting, like if I open Mausoleum or get it off of Duality or whatever, having 3 copies of Samorg allows me to get into it a little bit faster. I've been considering dropping the White Dragon Ninja to 2 for something else. Hell, maybe even a Majesty's Fiend or a Vanity's Fiend in the main, but the reason for that is just because you can search it off of Hanzo if it's special summoned, but we'll get to that in a second, I guess. The thing about Samorg is it's not as easy to search as White Dragon Ninja if I happen to have the Mausoleum already set up. And, like, it's that card that really puts some kind of pressure on your opponent, being able to render them impossible of setting anything, meaning they are left with only their spells and their monsters, whether they special summon them or normal summon them, and that's about it because they can't set them. That's kind of a thing, and paired up with Anti-Spell Fragrance, they can't set anything at all, really, because they can't activate their spells anymore. They have to set them before they can activate them. So just being able to do that, it kind of puts it makes your opponent waste a lot of cards to get it off the board. Of course, there are still things like Silent Honor Arc or whatever if you happen to special summon it, but I mean, Safe Zone's also a card to prevent them from targeting, stuff like that. It's not entirely difficult to kind of prevent that, of course, but I'm just saying that is something that you would have to worry about if you summon it off of the Ninjutsu arts. But yeah. So I mean, it's a really solid card, especially when you're playing ninjas. Being able to shut things down, or not necessarily shut them down, but shut down the ability for your opponent to set important cards that might otherwise hurt you, is very nice. I don't really know if I need to explain too much about Hanzo. It's obvious that it's a Stratos that searches out either of these. The other little bit that I don't know how many people actually really remember is the fact that when it's special summoned, you can add a ninja monster from your deck to your hand, except for another Hanzo, of course. So if you, like I said, if you have the Mausoleum already, you can obviously summon White Dragon Ninja with the Mausoleum. So I mean, there's that. So I mean, I don't know if I need to explain Hanzo any more than that. It's obviously mainly just there as a Stratos. Upstart Golden Ninja. Two things that I kind of like to cover about this. It's basically a Summoner Monk, but it's also a light, which is very important because it allows you to make an instant Paladin Ammo or a Constellar Omega, because it doesn't care what ninja monster you summon from your deck. You can summon it in face up or face down defense position. So you can bring out another Upstart Golden Ninja to make either Omega or your Star Leech Paladin Ammo if the situation calls for it, which is always really nice. So I don't know if I need to explain anything else for the monsters. For the spells, MST is something that I kind of am still playing around with in the main. There can still be some problematic cards that MST can really take care of. Like if I try to use one of these and they chain Vanity's Emptiness, well, okay, I'll just MST it. Phoenix Chain, you can still kind of see here and there. Some people are still kind of playing it. There's also like new continuous traps and stuff that are being used for like Satellar Knights have one, Yang Xing have them. So I mean, it's just kind of good for things like that as well. So it's still overall a really solid card. It's just whether or not you actually want to take the time to play it in the main, or if you want to side to 3, and if you find yourself needing them in games 2 or 3, then you just side them in. But it's something I'm still kind of testing around with. We already kind of covered Mausoleum already. Vanities, I would be citing in the second copy, and like I said before, Majesty's Fiend and Vanity's Fiend would also be cards that I would probably expect in the side deck for this build. So I mean, there's that. Safe Zone doesn't really need much of an explanation. With the White Dragon Ninja, it kind of creates a lock. The same kind applies to Anti-Spell Fragrance with Dark Simorgh. So I mean, there's that. Extra deck wise, Dracosac and Big Eye, these are both level 7 monsters, so you can overlay them if like they negate them or whatever. You can make a Dracosac, or you can make the Big Eye and take one of their monsters, stuff like that. It's just one of those like what if or in case type of situational type of things. So there's that. Crazy Box, Skill Drain can be a very big problem for this deck, which is also another thing for this. I know that there are some Yang Xing decks that actually play Skill Drain in the main deck, so this is another thing for that. So this is kind of in the deck for the whole skill drain thing. It's not really hard for me to get 2 4s out, even if they're negating my effects. So, I mean, like, it's just kind of there for that. I kind of already explained Omega. It's just an overall solid card that you can easily make with Upstart Golden Ninja. I don't know if I really need to explain anything other than the Star Leech, which we kind of already covered with Upstart Golden Ninja. It's just a good solid card that can negate things like Midrash or whatever if you happen to, you know, have one already set and then you just normal summon another one or whatever. Because obviously you can't special summon twice under Midrash, but I'm kind of just throwing out examples here. But yeah, there's just the fact that it can, you know, negate things like Midrash or whatever, destroy them, and if it's destroyed by the opponent either by card or by either by card effect or by battle, then you get to draw a free card, which is always nice as well. So I don't know if I really need to explain anything else. If you guys have questions or suggestions, you're more than welcome to leave them down in the comment section below. Like I said at the beginning, if you have a deck that you want to get fixed, be sure to message it on the No Limit YouTube channel page by going to the channel, going to the About section, and clicking Send Message. Whether it's typed up or if you want to send it in a YDK file for Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or DevPro, those are all welcome. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if there's anything else I need to explain. I do hope that anyone that tries out the build for themselves enjoys the deck. Feel free to adjust it however you please. The deck's a lot of fun to play. Simorgh is just a really derpy card, especially if you get it out turn 1, and if you happen to get the White Dragon Ninja safe zone thing up, it's pretty stupid as well. But yeah, so I don't know if there's anything else that needs to be said. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is Team709 signing out.